I hope you guys ready for this one. This match right here, man, woo, it's one for the history books. So we got ourselves here a sub rogue and a Resto druid. So enemy team, man, you already know a lot of crowd control is gonna be coming. So my partner, he's gonna try to look for that rogue. He's gonna try to stay on that rogue. That's the plan. Keep in mind, I'm gonna go ahead and slow down the video in multiple spots so I could break it down a little bit easier so you can see what I'm talking about. So my plan is for my partner to stick on the rogue, but he gets sapped and then I get sapped. So you already know he's gonna be the kill target. The Resto druid rolls up on me, most likely getting ready to stun, which he does. So what do? I push him away, shrink it out. I start rolling onto my partner's position. I drop my Spirit Link totem for two reasons. One, if I get blind, the damage will transfer, break me out of it. And two, if they're in a smoke cloud, there's still some type of healing until I get in there. But hey, they go ahead and break it, and I don't see that they use blind, so that's still an issue right now. Since the rogue is on me, I'm going to use my static totem and just go ahead and project it over there. Basically appeal for myself, stun him in place just to buy some time. So here we go, I get blinded. And the reason why my partner went for the druid instead of the original target is to create that distance, so that way when I move in, I already have distance for me. Which, hey man, I'm getting sapped, and that's cool because you're wasting more time. Look at your partner going down to half health, getting further away from you. My partner cross-controlled the rogue because he saw him trying to row up. I'm trying to intercept the druid, but he moves to the other way, which is cool because, hey, I don't gotta worry about his cyclones or his badge. All I gotta worry about is this rogue trying to reconnect and start crowd controlling me, which he's trying to do, so I hex him. I push him away, he shadow step, he reconnects with Spring. My partner's telling me, it's like, hey man, try to hold out. I'm trying to put some pressure on this guy. I'm like, all right man, I'm gonna hold out as much as I can. Which, you know, right now I'm like, hey, I got this. And then he tells me, hey, Resto druid incoming. So that I won't get crowd control, hey, I just get the heck out of there ASAP, man. But now my partner, he's getting hit hard. He goes ahead, does his AoE stun after I drop my static totem. Which in the midst of the chaos, I drop my stun and hey, wasted that cooldown. And here comes the druid, man. Go ahead and stun me and start cyclone, right? That's what you wanted. That's what you've been waiting for, right? So now, hey man, I gotta create this distance, you know? So I'm starting my crowd controls on this rogue. Because remember what I said, if it takes 3 seconds for him to walk to you and then 3 seconds back, you basically took him 6 seconds out of the fight. And here's the issue, I'm being slowed, and here comes the whole line of sight that they're trying to drag him around. So I'm telling my partner, man, hey, keep in mind, that's what they're trying to do. Druid comes up to me, probably trying to bash me, but I push him away. I'm like, get away from me, dude. And one thing that's helping me, since I got a demon hunter, they're able to provide that pressure. So the enemy healer's gonna need to make a choice. I'm like, hey, I'm either gonna go ahead and crowd control, or I need to go ahead and keep healing my partner. So through your partner providing pressure, that frees you up so you can go ahead and do your support role. And see, there he goes again, man. Cyclone. And hey, and once again, I'm trying to crowd control this rogue so that way we could create distance. And here where the line of sight becomes the issue, man. They drag him back there, and they're violating my man back there, man. And this forces me to get close, which I get hit with a crowd control. So now we're going to start shifting this fight out into the open, trying to drag this Resto druid out. So here, I'm going to go up the stairs. My partner going to go to my left. We're trying to make them decide, like, hey, who you want. I go ahead and I slow down the rogue. Druid, he's like, okay, let me start my crowd control again. I push him away, creating that distance, get him away from me. But I get kicked in the, So now I'm going to the top of the stairs so I could create a line of sight boundary. Static totem so I could lock them down. And after my stun, a hex on the healer.
I require a target.
The rogue goes back in stealth and decides to open up on me again. So now, hey man, I'm behind line of sight. Got this guy on me. I see Cyclone, my partner. I decide to Gus, interrupt the Cyclone, drop Earth Grab to root them both. And this helped me create a little bit of distance. I see that the druid, man, he's trying to run. Go ahead and lightning lasso, stun him in place. Rogue sticks on me. And hey, that's cool, man. My partner, he come back and he peels and he start putting that pressure. Druid, since they were running away, now they have to run back. My partner crowd controls the healer. I'm spamming Frost Shot just so I can throw out some quick damage, but hey, Cheat Death is saving this guy. I throw a Hex on the healer. My partner getting hit hard now, so what am I going to do? Go ahead and drop Spirit Link. And this is to avoid me getting blinded because I'm using the damage to break me out of it. So I was able to stabilize the both of us to at least half health, but now, hey, I got stunned, my partner's getting crowd control, and now the rogue is unleashing on me. I go ahead and use my defensive macro, which is Astral Shift to reduce damage and the HP buff. Druid rolls up, stuns me, I push them both off. Since they're off me, I'm going to try to break this line of sight just so I can top myself off. But I see an opportunity here, so I'm like, you know what? Let me go ahead and crowd control this guy, but I mean, he's immune, whatever. Was trying to drag the rogue over here, but nah, you know, they probably communicate like, don't go break that line of sight. So, hey, I'm just going to start crowd controlling this healer. You start harassing them. When the rogue comes up to me, gonna try to take him around the corner. And I can't really purge as much because every time where, you know, mentally I'm about to like, okay, let me go ahead and purge. I get stunned or some high burst comes out and I'm like, oh crap, man, gotta go ahead and start topping myself off. And as you can see, you know, I'm trying to lead him more and more and more, but now we're running to the issue that as I'm dragging him away, my partner's getting Cyclone. So I leap into the direction just to change up the momentum. I drop Earth Grab because I'm trying to get out here in the open, trying to get out of this pillar humping stuff. Because at the end of the day, you're with a Demon Hunter and they need a straight shot so they could dash in. So these are the final moments. I decide to use a Static Totem, followed by a Stun, followed by a Hex. Lock them down, stun them both, and crowd control the healer. Now, hey, I don't care. I'm gonna start backpedaling because I'm just trying to create that distance and shoot out some lava bursts, but the rogue goes ahead and disconnects. I'm waiting for the rogue to get behind me so I can push him away. Now I created more distance from him and the healer. I push in, boom, lightning lasso, stun him. I see the rogue's about to die. I got an instant lava burst. I turn around, 102,000, and down he goes. So yeah, man, so this was a pretty intense match. I really enjoyed it. This team that we faced was pretty good. It was like, hey, felt like pound for pound, you know? If you see these guys in your 2 Qs, hey, they're a force to be reckoned with.